Daisy's day was going fine until she weaponized a latte. It wasn't intentional. She had been balancing her laptop bag, purse, and the largest coffee known to mankind when she collided with someone. And by someone, she meant a tall, ridiculously handsome man who now had caramel macchiato dripping from his hair. "Oh my God, I am so sorry," Daisy gasped, reaching for napkins while simultaneously trying to disappear into thin air. The man blinked, wiped his face with his sleeve, and then he grinned. "Well," he said, running a hand through his coffee-soaked hair, "at least now I know what it's like to be a dessert." Daisy froze. Was he cracking a joke? He should have been yelling. Or at least glaring. But no, he was standing there, coffee-soaked and amused. "I can buy you a new drink," she offered quickly. "Or a new shirt. Or a ticket to therapy because this has to be traumatizing." He laughed, loud and easy. "No therapy needed. But if you insist, I'll take a new coffee." He held out his hand. "Noah Carter." She hesitated, then shook it. Daisy Parker. Professional beverage assassin. Chapter 2. Daisy wasn't sure if the universe hated her or just had a twisted sense of humor. Because 2 days after the coffee incident, she was assigned to interview a rising stand-up comedian. A comedian named Noah Carter, of course. When she walked into the coffee shop where they were supposed to meet, Noah was already there. A grin on his face and a suspiciously large cup of coffee in front of him. Well, if it isn't my favorite latte launcher. Daisy groaned. "I see you survived." "Barely," he deadpanned. There were moments I wasn't sure I'd make it. She rolled her eyes and sat down. "Let's just get this over with." "Oh, Daisy," he said, smirking. "I have a feeling you're going to enjoy this way more than you think." And annoyingly enough, he was right. Chapter 3. Daisy had made peace with the fact that she was an accidental menace to society. What she hadn't expected was that she'd strike again so soon. 1 week after the coffee incident, she found herself at a networking event, one of those things where people handed out business cards like they were candy. Daisy had zero interest in schmoozing, but her boss insisted. And of course, because the universe had a twisted sense of humor, Noah Carter was there. Daisy Parker, he greeted with an infuriating grin. "Should I be concerned for my safety?" "That depends," she shot back. "How flammable is your outfit?" Unfortunately, that comment would age like milk, because 5 minutes later, Daisy managed to knock over a decorative lamp, which hit a metal tray, which slid into Noah's laptop, which then shocked him. Noah yelped, jerking back so fast that he nearly fell over. Daisy's brain short-circuited. "Oh God, do I call 911 or Google it?" Noah, shaking out his hand, gave her an incredulous look. "Google it." "I don't know how electrocution works," she shrieked. A crowd was gathering. People whispered. Noah, ever the comedian, sighed dramatically. "Well, if this is how I die, at least it's on brand." Daisy smacked his arm. "You're not dying. You're just slightly fried." A slow grin spread across his face. "Did you just call me fried? You're literally smoking." He looked at his sleeve, where a tiny wisp of smoke was rising. "Huh, that's new," Daisy groaned, rubbing her temples. "I swear I'm not usually this destructive." Noah chuckled. "Good thing I like a little chaos." Chapter 4. After the electrocution incident, Daisy was sure Noah would start avoiding her like the plague. Instead, he asked her out. To be fair, it wasn't a real date. Just 2 people hanging out, he had said. Completely platonic. Zero risk of bodily harm. Probably. Daisy agreed, mostly because she wanted to prove to herself that she could go one interaction without accidentally hospitalizing him. It started out great. They went to a small Italian restaurant. No drinks were spilled. No appliances caught fire, and then Daisy tripped. The tray the waiter was carrying went flying. The pizza they had just ordered did a full somersault in the air and landed directly in Noah's lap. A long silence stretched between them. Then Noah picked up a slice of pizza from his lap, inspected it, and said, "Well, at least now I can say I have a deep personal connection with my food." Daisy groaned. "I am so sorry." Noah grinned. "I don't know. At this point, I think it's just our thing." She buried her face in her hands. Please don't say that. Noah leaned in, his voice teasing. Daisy, if you ever stop being a walking disaster, I'll be so disappointed. And, annoyingly enough, she believed him. Chapter 5. Daisy had 2 major weaknesses: free dessert and a dare she couldn't turn down. When Noah challenged her to a karaoke battle after dinner one night, she should have said no. She should have walked away. Instead, she grabbed the microphone like she was about to headline a world tour. I hope you're ready, she said confidently. For secondhand embarrassment? Absolutely. Daisy ignored him and queued up Total Eclipse of the Heart. The moment the dramatic intro played, she threw herself into it with the enthusiasm of someone who had way too much confidence in their vocal abilities. She butchered it. People stared. A dog outside started howling. An elderly man shook his head sadly. Halfway through, Noah did something both heroic and humiliating. He faked a coughing fit so intense that the karaoke host cut the song short. Daisy turned to him, wide-eyed. Did you just fake a medical emergency to save me? Noah coughed weakly. I don't know what you're talking about. I think I just inhaled a peanut or something. She narrowed her eyes. You weren't even eating peanuts. Maybe it was the pure intensity of your performance. Daisy groaned, sinking into her chair. That was so bad. Noah patted her shoulder. Look on the bright side. You've successfully scared away at least 2 customers. Sure enough, 2 people were practically sprinting for the exit. Daisy glared at him. I hate you. Noah just grinned. No, you don't. And, much to her dismay, he was right. Chapter 6. Daisy suspected foul play. When her best friend, Mia, invited her to dinner, she thought nothing of it. But when she arrived and saw Noah sitting at the table, laughing with another guy, she knew she'd been set up. Daisy, Mia said, far too cheerfully. What a total coincidence running into you here. Daisy narrowed her eyes. You invited me. Did I? Mia blinked innocently. Oh well. While you're here, meet Noah's cousin, Jake. Noah smirked. Jake, meet Daisy. The only woman who has electrocuted me and dumped food on me. Jake raised an eyebrow. That's oddly specific. Daisy sighed. It's a long story. Throughout dinner, Mia and Jake were the worst kind of matchmakers, dropping unsubtle hints, giggling, and at one point, Mia actually winked. Finally, Noah leaned over and whispered, "Want to make them really uncomfortable?" Daisy smirked. Go on. Noah cleared his throat dramatically and grabbed her hand. Daisy, he said, voice dripping with fake romance. I just knew from the moment you drowned me in coffee that we were meant to be. Daisy gasped, clutching his hand. Oh, Noah, I was just waiting for you to get mildly electrocuted so I could fall in love. Mia groaned. You guys are the worst. Jake nodded. Deeply unsettling. Noah and Daisy exchanged a victorious high five. Chapter 7. Daisy, for reasons unknown, decided she was going to impress Noah by cooking. It did not go well. The recipe said spaghetti was easy. The recipe lied. Step 1, boil water. Easy. Step 2, add pasta. Also easy. Step 3, forget about the pasta while texting Mia about how totally not into Noah she was. When she finally remembered, she was greeted with a tragic sight. Mushy, overcooked spaghetti that had somehow congealed into one solid, horrifying mass. Noah arrived right on time to witness the disaster. Daisy, looking suspiciously guilty, tried to block the view. Hey, you're early. I'm on time. He peered over her shoulder. What is that? Daisy sighed. It was supposed to be spaghetti, but now it's a pasta brick. Noah studied it, then, in a moment of pure insanity, picked up the entire lump of pasta like it was a frisbee. He tossed it onto the plate with a thud. Well, he said, keeping a straight face, at least I don't need a fork. Daisy buried her face in her hands. I hate everything. Noah took a bite. An actual bite. She watched in horror. Why would you do that? Noah chewed thoughtfully. It's crunchy. Daisy groaned. Please never speak of this again. Noah just grinned. No promises. Chapter 8. Daisy had decided she was not going to fall for Noah Carter. No way. Absolutely not. Sure, he was funny and charming. and somehow still liked her despite the fact that she had nearly killed him twice. But that didn't mean anything. And then came the almost kiss incident. They had been walking back from a comedy show when it started to rain, because of course it did. Oh great, Daisy groaned. Now I get to look like a drowned rat. Noah smirked. A very cute drowned rat. She elbowed him. Flattery will get you nowhere. Not even under this conveniently placed awning? Before she could argue, he grabbed her wrist and pulled her under the awning of a closed bookstore. It was weirdly romantic, rain drumming outside, city lights reflecting in the puddles, their faces way too close, and that was when it happened. Noah's hand brushed her cheek. Her heart betrayed her and did the stupid thump-thump thing. He leaned in, and for a second, it looked like they were about to have the moment. And then, a garbage truck sped by and splashed an unholy wave of water right onto them. Daisy screeched. Noah yelped. Well, he said, blinking through the wet disaster. That was, Daisy threw her hands up. I cannot have one romantic moment without the universe personally ruining it. Noah chuckled. At this point, I think we should take it as a sign. A sign that I'm cursed? No, a sign that we should probably invest in waterproof clothing. And, despite being soaked, Daisy couldn't help but laugh. Daisy had survived a lot. Bad dates, social embarrassment, her own cooking, but meeting Noah's family? This was next level terrifying. She barely had time to prepare before she found herself squeezed between Noah's mom, dad, and 3 overly enthusiastic sisters at a dinner table that somehow fit 20 people the second she sat down. Noah's oldest sister, Lily, grinned. So, you're the famous Daisy? Daisy swallowed. Famous. Noah's youngest sister, Rachel, leaned forward, eyes twinkling. Oh, Noah talks about you all the time. Daisy turned to Noah. Excuse me? Noah sipped his water. No idea what they're talking about. Lily smirked. Oh, please. Daisy did this hilarious thing today. Daisy almost set a kitchen on fire. Daisy electrocuted me one time, but it was kinda cute. Daisy nearly choked. Noah shrugged. To be fair, it was kinda cute. His mother beamed. I like her. His dad nodded. She fits right in. And just like that, Daisy realized she might just be stuck with this guy. Chapter 9. Daisy was not the jealous type. Nope. Not at all. So when Noah was laughing a little too hard at some blonde girl's joke at a comedy club, it definitely didn't bother her. Nope. Not even a little. Mia, of course, saw right through her. Daisy. What? You're glaring. I always glare. No, you look like you're planning a murder. Daisy scowled. That's just my face. At that moment, Noah turned, caught her very obvious stare, and smirked. Mia gasped. Oh my God. He knows. Daisy groaned. I hate him. But annoyingly enough, she really didn't. For reasons, Daisy and Noah decided to prank Mia and Jake by pretending to break up dramatically at brunch. It was supposed to be hilarious. Instead, Mia burst into tears. And Jake looked ready to fight Noah in the parking lot. Daisy panicked. Oh my God, no, we're joking. Mia hiccuped. That's not funny. Jake cracked his knuckles. You broke her heart, man. Noah held up his hands. Dude, relax. We're literally still holding hands. Jake blinked. Oh! Mia sniffled. You guys are the worst. Noah grinned. That's fair. Daisy groaned. Never again. Noah had a plan. It was idiotic, but a plan nonetheless. He was going to stand outside Daisy's window with a boombox, say anything style, romantic, right? Except he didn't check the weather. There he was, standing in a thunderstorm, holding a boombox over his head, when Daisy opened her window and screamed, Noah, you're going to die. Lightning flashed. Thunder boomed. Noah grinned. Daisy stomped downstairs, yanked the boombox away, and dragged him inside. What is wrong with you? Noah, dripping wet, shrugged. I thought it would be romantic. Daisy sighed, then, against all logic, grabbed his face and kissed him. Finally, when she pulled away, Noah blinked. So, worth the near-death experience? Daisy rolled her eyes. You owe me so much coffee. Epilogue: love, chaos, and coffee refills. Months later, Daisy and Noah sat in their favorite cafe, laughing over breakfast. "So," Noah said, stirring his coffee, "you still think love is some elaborate cosmic joke?" Daisy smirked. "Oh, absolutely." Noah grinned. "Good thing I'm hilarious." Daisy sighed, shaking her head. "You are so lucky I like funny guys." Noah winked. "Oh, I know." And, for once in her chaotic, disaster-filled life, Daisy didn't mind.